Hey, I'm Nick, and today I want to talk about how important it is to focus on the negatives, even though that might sound cliche. Because I've mentioned a lot how your brain creates what your body does. If your brain doubts that something will work, then when it starts working, it starts making excuses and starts physically stopping you from carrying it out properly because your brain is susceptible to the placebo effect, which I've mentioned in the past, which basically is that whatever you think comes true within a certain extent. If you're going for a run and you don't think that you'll be able to run for much longer and you start focusing solely on what your legs are doing, how much it hurts, then you start amplifying that pain as it becomes the sole focus. And then once your brain starts thinking that your legs won't work, then your legs will stop working. It's the same how people interpret hand signals and stuff like that when they suggest to you that you're quite resistant and keep a lot of things to yourself mostly, then your brain thinks of instances where that happens and then agrees with that statement, and then you've suddenly made that assumption reality. And in the same way, if somebody tells you that you tend to share your feelings a lot to people, then in the same way, your brain will start to think of instances where that has happened, and then once it finds an instance, it agrees with it. Because more than likely, you're both of those people. You tend to not share everything with people, and you technically do hide things from others and keep it to yourself. But at the same time, with your friends, you share things on social media, you talk about them. But this goes further than just personality. It also, like I mentioned quickly before, with running, can inhibit you and stop you and actually be bad because of the placebo effect. If your brain truly thinks that something's wrong, that something's hurting, then it will start to hurt, it will start to go wrong. And if it receives some kind of information that will make it think that it's all going to be all right, or receive some information where it has turned out all right, then it's able to use that and agree with that, and then make it so much more easier to go through with whatever action you're doing. And so that's what we want to do today. We want to take the power out of the placebo effect and take it away from prohibiting us from doing things and focusing on how something's bad or something's inconvenient or uncomfortable, and put it to the focus where something is good and it's helping you, and we're able to use the power of the placebo effect to actually benefit us. Which is why positive thinking matters so much. Instead of thinking why something can go bad and visualizing it and then thinking back to past experiences that haven't gone well, focus on how it can turn out good and start looking back at your goal and where you want to be and how all that dreaming seems so close. You just need to work for it. Think about that. Focus on how you're going to be able to work towards that and get better at whatever you're doing, build some valuable skills, and actually be successful. And make sure that your brain understands that that is the possibility. And then the placebo effect takes over, and your brain starts liking it and enjoying the journey and starts making it easier to understand things because it truly believes that it will come true anyway. So overall, just simply think to yourself, what if it works out? What if it works out? Visualize yourself and how it actually working out and the benefits that you'll get from that and the results and the hard work that you'll have to put in. And with another side tangent, with visualizing what I've mentioned before, you not only visualize yourself doing the thing and being good at it, but you visualize how to avoid the obstacles. If you have the goal of not checking your phone and staying focused, when you do pick up your phone, think about how you're going to react to that. Are you going to keep on using it, or are you going to think about and visualize and prepare for that and think as soon as you pick up your phone, then you should be putting it down, and then the placebo effect and your brain takes over. As soon as it picks up the phone, your subconscious mind thinks that you need to put it down and keep on focusing. And just think about how much of a detriment that would be to have that placebo effect work against you. What if you were constantly thinking that as soon as you got to work, you would never be able to focus? As soon as you saw your phone, you would think about that and then you'd pick it up because you would honestly believe that you couldn't control yourself from doing that. That's it for today. However, if you're still interested in learning more about productivity tips or tricks, I've now started one-on-one coaching, which you can join using the first link in the description below. But until then, See you later.